there was a few domestic terrorism events
Yeah.
that have happened over last week. They have New Orleans. I think 14 people got killed. So rest in
Rest in peace.
peace to all of those that lost their lives and everybody that was impacted. And then Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I think one person got killed in that, but that was a car
Yeah.
bomb from a Tesla truck that was outside the Trump hotel. 15 people in New Orleans. Um, so it's been a lot going on with this over the last 7 days. So
Yeah.
what do we make of this?
Unfortunately, this is where a lot of controls need to be put in place, and they may be a little bit too late. We have to be honest. This sleeper cell domestic terrorist issue is very serious, and not many people are talking about it. Um, I don't want to go into conspiracy theory, but even the irony of the Tesla truck blowing up in front of Trump Tower in Vegas was interesting to say the least. And if some of these cars can be remote activated with an inauguration coming up, with there being a bunch of unrest happening in our country, who's to say more of this is not going to happen, whether it's for false flag purposes or just ill intent. Um, I know we often talk about the gun issue, but there are, I don't want to get canceled. Some of these skate carefully. There are organizations that have been embedded in our country that may have infiltrated some groups not for our benefit. Um, so rest in peace to all those who lost their lives. Um, but I think as more civil unrest happens in this country, I think we will have more of these attacks. And I will say this too: there are people who on this issue have been whistleblowing for years and they were not heard. I hope you guys listen. Um, but what do you think, Rashad?
Yeah, for sure. I think we gotta wait to see all of the information that comes out, but definitely I think that speaks to something that I don't think it's just a random one-off situation.
No.
And especially when you have somebody that's ex-military, a few different things line up here. Ex-military, then you get the Tesla truck in front of the Trump hotel. That's a great symbolism thing that I don't think is
Yeah.
a coincidence. Even the United Healthcare CEO getting murdered. I think a lot of these things are starting to kind of
Yes.
come into play. Let's say, um, and they're interesting.
Hmm. To say the least.
Yeah,
Yeah. And for those who are in the military, not saying that it makes it right, but those who have served are not taken care of properly once they exit. It's a big issue that I know there's a talk about mental illness, and that's great to talk about it. But are you going to service those who sacrifice their lives for the country? And the issue is no. And if you don't take care of those who take care of you, if another organization or entity reaches out and provides a home for them, you have to be mindful. The border issue is deeper than just the border issue. And maybe we'll talk about that later, but there's a lot of people that are being flipped to be anti this country. They live in this country and they were born here by entities that are outside of this country.
that's a fact.